Business Lexington is made possible with the support of Cornet IMS. 25 years of providing integrated marketing solutions to Kentucky's top businesses and organizations. Cornet-IMS.com.
And by the Keeneland Association, offering the finest in thoroughbred racing, along with thoroughbred auctions 4 times yearly in Lexington, Kentucky.
Lost in the chaotic final hours of the troubled 2008 State General Assembly was an important package of incentives to attract movie making to Kentucky. House Bill 756 would have offered filmmakers a 25% sales tax refund for goods and services on qualified productions of $50,000 or more. Louisiana already has such a standard in place, and Connecticut recently passed a 30% standard. At least 5 other states offer similar incentives. Now, the producers of the Nick Cassavetes screenplay, Kentucky Rhapsody, may have no choice but to look to one of those competing states to film scenes that actually occurred right here in Kentucky. We went to the Chandler family estate in Versailles to meet with actress and playwright Erin Chandler, granddaughter of the late Governor A.B. Happy Chandler.
When I was 8 and my brother was 10, my parents got divorced and we moved from Versailles. And my brother and I were taken out of that cocoon and taken to Las Vegas. My dad got a job at Caesar's Palace and was the vice president there for about 20 years at Caesar's and various other casinos. My dad's job was to get all the big-time gamblers to come to Caesar's, so he would send the Learjets out and pick them up and party with them, and he was sort of one of them, so sometimes he wouldn't follow by the rules and they'd fire him, and then they'd realize the gamblers would follow him to the other casino, and then they'd have to hire him back. And so he made quite an impression on Las Vegas. He was like the go-to guy in Las Vegas for many years.
And that experience made quite an impression on you and your brother.
It did. It changed our life from a very conservative political upbringing like we had here to a life of, you know, backstage with the showgirls and gamblers and gangsters, and it changed both of us. But I think it changed my brother more. My brother died a few years ago, and we were, you know, very, very, very close. And I came back here, and that's when I started writing the book. I just wanted to get out a lot of these crazy experiences, and it turned out to be a book, which we turned the book into, I made the book into a play, and we put the play up last year in LA.
Now, Nick Cassavetes comes into the picture, and as I understand it, he was first drawn to the play and saw something in there that he personally related to. Tell us more about that.
Nick called me, and it was like Oprah Winfrey calling me when he said, "This is Nick Cassavetes." It was a wonderful, wonderful experience, and he told me that he loved the play and he loved the book and he related to it. He said, this could be my story. So he said he would love to do it, and so he went off to write the screenplay, and so we're pretty much set to direct to do it this fall.
So you're now here in Kentucky looking for capital, for investment to make this happen. What is the estimated budget of the film?
It's a $30 million budget.
A number of other states, Michigan, New Mexico, Louisiana among them, have pretty aggressive tax incentive packages out there that are designed to attract film production to those states and all the locally spent dollars that go with it. How important is that to you in your efforts to raise investment capital here in Kentucky?
Well, we have a few private investors from Las Vegas that are close friends, and a private investor here from Kentucky that have helped us get this far. And it would be wonderful if Kentucky did have that tax incentive, because everyone in Los Angeles says, can we shoot it in Louisiana? Can we shoot it in New Mexico and all these other places? And I'm like, no, we have to shoot it in Kentucky. We have to go to the scene of the crime. We have to shoot it in Kentucky, and nothing looks like Kentucky.
This is a story about, we've had a number of films shot in Kentucky in recent years, Simpatico, Elizabethtown, Dreamer. Dreamer in particular was an essentially Kentucky story, but nothing could be more quintessentially Kentucky than the story about the Chandler family.
Yes, it's very Kentucky because no one loves the state more than my family, and my cousin now being a politician, and my grandfather being governor twice here in Kentucky. It's very rooted. I just feel like it's deeply, deeply rooted in this land, and there's no other place that we could shoot it.
After learning that the tax incentive proposal had died in committee in the final hours of the '08 General Assembly, Chandler says she remains determined to film in Kentucky and is continuing to search for capital here. Those incentives, she says, sure would have made her task a whole lot easier to accomplish.